Welcome to MadHouse-Creations. In today's video, I'm going to be making a skeleton table that'll hold up my candy bucket on Halloween. And most of these items were either purchased from Amazon or Home Depot. It's a pretty simple build, so let's get into it. To start off here, I have a 16-inch round pine board and a 24-inch that'll be used for the top. Section of 4-inch pipe and a couple of 4-inch toilet flanges. And just the pipe and flanges alone cost about $20. To save a little money, you could definitely do this with like a 4x4 post or a couple 2x4s, just some scrap wood. I'm using the pipe because I want to add some weight to it just to help it from tipping over. To start out here, I'm just centering that first toilet flange in the middle of this piece of wood. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to get it close to the center. And then once I have it where I like it, I just throw a couple screws in there to hold it in place. And you probably don't need screws in every single hole. About 4 screws, one on each side, should definitely hold this thing just fine. And then I just took this 4-inch PVC, I believe it was a 2-foot piece. You can buy them pre-cut so you don't have to go out and spend the money on a 10-foot piece of pipe. So I just take the 4-inch piece, pound it over the top of the toilet flange, and just put a little screw on the side just to hold it in place. I didn't really want to bother with gluing it. And then just do the same thing on the top. And then once that bottom was attached and I had the top ready, I just took a little bucket of rocks, dug them out of my front yard. It's probably about 10 pounds of weight. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want it so it doesn't tip over if it's windy or if a kid bumps into it. So just put some weight in the bottom. You could use sand or even concrete if you really wanted to. And then just pound that top on and throw a screw in the side of that to hold it in place. And then I just gave it a little test to make sure it didn't tip over. The rocks inside move, but it gives it enough weight down low that you have to try pretty hard to actually knock this thing over. Now I'm just taking 2 strings of red Christmas lights. I'm changing the bulbs on the second string so they blink. The little red tipped lights that come in the box, if you just pull out one of the bulbs and put that in place, it'll cause the string to blink. Typically I would use a set of LED lights, something that you can alternate the flashing of all the lights, but these lights were cheap and it's what I had, so it's what I used. So I just start wrapping the string of lights around the table. Once I got to the top of it, I wanted them to kind of overhang and light up underneath. So I just used a little bit of masking tape and hold the lights in place until I can get some foam on top of them. And then I just plugged in the second string of lights, the ones that would flash, and kind of went back over the top of the solid lights. And now that all the lights were on there and I tested that they were all working, it was time to start adding some foam to this. So I'm just using some great stuff. I sprayed a little water everywhere that I was going to put foam and then just proceeded to spray some great stuff. I was trying to cover most of the lights. Some of them still poked through a little bit, but it did a pretty good job of getting it all sealed up. And after a little time of setting up, I just sprayed some more water on top. And then when it was dry enough, I started pressing the foam together so it wasn't so bubbly looking. If you would use Loctite for this, it would work a lot better. I didn't really want to spend the money on it, so I just had some great stuff laying around and figured why not use it up. The great stuff just doesn't shape like Loctite does. You can pack it down, but it ends up puffing itself back up. What I was really focused on is just trying to get it to smash down and lay a little flatter, just so it didn't have so many big bumps on it. While I was doing this, I didn't really have any idea of how I wanted it to look. I was thinking more like a rock outcrop type look, but it ended up looking more like tree bark, which still turned out pretty good. So I just kept pushing on it until the foam started to firm up, and then I just flipped the table back over and finished it off with another can of great stuff. So after about 20 minutes, the foam had dried up, and I just took a little burnt umber acrylic paint and mixed it with some water. And I'm basically just going to put a brown wash over this entire table. I had a little bit too much water in this cup, so it ended up taking me about 2 or 3 coats to get the look that I wanted. So once that paint was all dry, I started adding my skeletons to the table. I do want this visible from all sides, so I just kind of did like I had 4 skeletons. I did like a mirrored copy on each side. And because I had the string of lights on there, I didn't want to run a screw like right through the middle of a wire. I just took a Phillips head screwdriver and made a hole all the way down to the PVC. That way if I hit a wire, I could just gently push it out of the way without something sharp going through it. And then I just put a screw through like the tailbone of the skeleton straight into the pipe. And then I just attached the feet and the hands to the wood with some more screws, and then just did the same thing for all the different skeletons. Originally I wanted it to look like the skeletons were kind of holding up the table, but by the time you put all the hands and stuff up, there wasn't really enough room for all 4 of them. So I just did the other 2 on the sides like they're just sitting there. And when all the skeletons were attached, I grabbed some creepy cloth and a little staple gun. So I started by just cutting this creepy cloth into strips. They're probably about 1 foot wide. And then I just stapled it up around the bottom of the tabletop, just to give it some little texture hanging down. And once I had the edge of the table done, I just took a couple full sheets of creepy cloth, opened them up all the way, and then placed them over the top of the table. I put like 3 layers on there. I did some gray and white. The color doesn't really matter that much because I'm going to paint it. Once I had a couple layers on the top, I just went around and trimmed it up a little bit so you could still see the skeletons. I just went back and cut some vertical slits in a lot of the creepy cloth, and this just helps kind of give it that tattered look. And then I wrapped a couple strips of creepy cloth around the base of the table behind the skeletons. It was a little hard to get it to stay where I wanted it, so I grabbed my glue gun and just kind of tacked it in place to get it started, and then just worked my way down the base of the table. So I took this outside, took some black spray paint, sprayed the top of the table. I really wanted a good coat on there to help all the creepy cloth stick to the top of the table and not move around. And then I even tried putting a little plastic over the top with some weight on it to help push it down. And this ended up doing an okay job. It didn't quite get to the point that I wanted where like the creepy cloth wouldn't pull off if you tried. But it did tack up and hold it a little bit. So once the tabletop was dry, I just took a spray bottle and mixed up a black wash, just some black acrylic paint and some water. And just went over everything, gave it a good spray down, and then wiped off portions of it, especially around the skeletons. And then when that black wash had dried up, I took some of this glow-in-the-dark spray paint. It's pretty much clear, like you can't see it, but if you put like a black light on it or have it out in the sun, it's supposed to glow. I've never used it before. I just wanted to give it a try because it didn't really change the look of anything because it is clear. And I think it ended up working okay. I'll put a little shot at the end to show you how it worked. But I just went around, pretty much sprayed the whole thing, mostly focusing on the skeletons, but I put it on the tabletop and the base of the table as well. So now to fix that tabletop, I had some old epoxy resin that was so dirty I had to actually clean the bottles off. It's probably been sitting in my garage for a couple years, and I wasn't sure if it would even work anymore, but it still worked okay. So I ended up just dumping the entire bottle of the A and the B together. I didn't even measure, just used the whole entire thing. So I just mixed those two together really well, and then just poured it out on the top of the table. And then I just used my brush and tried to spread it out. I wanted to make sure it covered the entire thing, at least the top side of it. And the brush was doing okay. I got most of it spread out, but I didn't quite make it all the way to the edges. So I just grabbed a plastic putty knife and just finished it off with that. It allowed me to put a little more pressure on it and thin it out a little bit more. And once that epoxy completely covered the tabletop, I just set it aside to dry overnight, and it actually hardened up real nice and made a good solid surface that creepy cloth is definitely not going to come off anymore. So with that, I'm going to call this project done. Here's a couple shots of what it looks like at night. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's a pretty simple project that I think anybody could do. Be a good one to do with kids. And see you on the next one. Thank you.